What's it mean to ACC Kickoff? Obviously, it must feel like the start of football season. They kind of get your juices flowing a little bit more, or are they always flowing?
No, I think we're all ready to go. You know, as fans and football people, it's that time of the year. You've seen a lot of baseball and golf and all that stuff, and now it's time for football, and it's an exciting time. Our guys have put in a lot of hard work. We understand the challenges ahead. We're looking forward to the season. To have 8 home games is great for us and our fans, and we want to try to win all those 8 games. And that's important that in order to be a successful football team, you take advantage of your home games and your home crowd, and I know they'll do their part.
When you guys take the field for the first time in camp as a former player, assistant coach, and pro player and head coach, is there a certain mindset you're trying to see from your team on that day one? Is there like a kind of like a pep rally speech that you might give them the day before? What do you kind of look for on that first day on the field?
Well, I think they're all jacked up and ready to go. We've been doing this for a long time, and we're around them all summer and spring, so it's not like they're just coming fresh from being gone for 2 months. So they're excited. Really, at first, you try to keep everybody off the ground early on, not have some silly injuries, and that's always a huge discussion to make sure we do that. We've lost one of our top linemen last year the first day with a knee injury for the whole year. So, a lot of thought goes into it. But we want them to be excited, and we want them to be ready to go, and we've got to make sure we slightly ease into it so that we make sure we all get there healthy.
When talking to the guys today, it sounds like they kind of approach the offseason probably with the mindset that you want to see from them, learning the playbook, working out together. Are you pleased with the focus, especially from the leaders, that they had during the offseason?
I think so. I think we've got some good leaders on this team. These guys work really hard. They put a lot of time into it, and people don't realize how much they invest in becoming great at their craft, and and that's consistent with our team right now. And I think it's a challenge to just piece it all together, and you got to prepare for what's going to happen. I think everyone does that, and that's what I tell them all the time. But how are you going to handle the close games when it really gets tight? How are you going to handle situations when it's not going your way? Can you snap out of it quick, or are you just going to get in a funk? How are you going to handle some losses that maybe shouldn't have happened or just happened along the way? Are you going to bounce back? You're going to lose your confidence. You're going to lose that burning desire. So that we talk about a lot, and that you have to have a plan for mentally to make sure that will not deter your end-all go. As you look at the national champion last year, they lost 2 games. So they could have sit there and felt sorry for themselves after the Michigan loss, but they bounced back, and they came back and proved to people they were the best team in the country. So that's the challenge. I think we understand it. We just got to be ready mentally to withstand when times get tough.
College football seems like it's always evolving, weekly almost right now. You've got a GM now. How does that change, your role as a head coach? Does it allow you more time to focus on the coaching aspect?
Well, a big component of your team now is things off the field as far as rev share and NIL opportunities, and you do the best job to piece it together. It's not a perfect science. I'll always be a big part of it. What we wanted to do was just add a valuable piece that really could give us a huge advantage. So with Vince Morrow coming in, his experience as a football coach, a great football coach, a great person, a tremendous recruiter, one of the best in the country, his ability to build relationships with players on our team, players and families we're recruiting, that comes as natural to him as anybody. So to add a valuable piece that's not just going to manage the money, but it's going to actually be active with all of us in securing talent, acquiring talent, keeping and retaining talent is vital to success. And I think we've got a tremendous component. He loves what he's doing. He's great at it. It's a natural for him, and he will do outstanding for us.
You guys are already doing it really well recruiting the state of Kentucky. It seems like it's going to emphasize things even more so. How valuable is that to secure the best players in the Blue Grass?
Well, it's more than important to us. I think having some pieces on your team that it means a little bit more to, because they're from here, they're invested, they have a lot of family and friends watching, so they go that extra mile. It's always been important. As an assistant coach years ago, we had Jeff Brohm and Michael Bush, and those were our best teams. When you're able to keep the best local talent here, those 2 guys could have won anywhere in the country. They chose to stay at Louisville. And guess what? A lot of other great players in the state should do the same thing because we play great football here. We play great opponents. We got a chance to compete at the highest level. We take care of our own. that are in state, and we're going to give you a plan. We're going to try to execute it, and we're going to put in all the work to help get it done. And if you're willing to put it in as well, it's going to happen. And I think we just have had proven results. But without question, we want to build this team with great local and in-state talent and continue to recruit down south and across the country.
You mentioned Brian and Michael Bush. It's a great tandem. You've got a great tandem in the backfield as well. How much of a luxury, maybe you could call it that, is to have Isaac and Kewan, as well as others, who can carry the ball back there?
Well, it's a great. Those are great weapons, and for two freshmen to come in, true freshmen, and perform like they did, and Isaac Brown, Duke Watson, it was great to see. So our hats off to them and Coach Barkley for helping develop them. We want to continue to see them grow and not hit a sophomore slump. Both guys have worked really hard to this point, but in order to be a championship team, you've got to be able to both run the football and pass the football. Both things play off each other. You really can't have a weak link. So to have a strong running game, I think we got good weapons in the passing game. We got to tie that thing together and play really good, efficient football.
And talking to the guys here, both sides of the ball, talk about you got a pretty good offensive line. I'm impressed with where they are at this point.
I feel great. I think our offensive line really did a great job last year. Coach Owens really does a great job with them. You know, eliminating sacks, eliminating quarterback hits, keeping your quarterback healthy, be able to run the football well is vital to success. And I think we did a good job there last year. I think we've got good young talent along with a couple of veterans that'll do well right now. Building depth is important. We had some injuries last year. You got to be able to have the next man come in and do well. But our offensive line works hard. They're good teammates. They're unselfish. And I expect them to play well.
Each guy I've talked to, I ask them the goal is, right? I'll say ACC championship. I imagine that's pretty much the case.
It is. I mean, without question, you want to take things one step at a time, but you want to be there in the end. And to do that, playing in the ACC championship game is extremely important to us. Trying to find a way to get out into the playoff is important to us. But playing good football, being consistent every week, competing to the end will help us win weekly. And the goal is to win one game at a time and continue to push forward.